Hello, everyone. Welcome to Noyz
Boys.
Me and Alex, as usual, we pissed away about 30 minutes talking about nonsense that if we put it in the episode would get us immediately shit canned from YouTube. But we did talk about one thing that was actually cool. Alex was asking me about about Revival, and he was asking if I was the DM on there. I told him no, I was pretty much just the editor. But then I remembered I was a DM for the Revival boys in a game that we played with Fate. Do you know what Fate is, Alex? I don't know if you. I know you know what D&D is, but I don't know if you ever even heard of Fate.
Well, I assume it's not Fate Grand Order, so what is it?
So Fate is a role-playing system that's meant to be like, hey, this is a system that's going to let you play the game and do the storytelling and all that fun stuff without getting everyone soaked in the numbers, right?
So it's like the opposite
D&D,
of.
you gotta do math.
It's like the opposite. It's like the opposite of THACO.
The hell is FACO?
He doesn't know what THACO is. This guy hasn't really played D&D, chat. It's so over for him.
What is FACO?
I immediately forgot what it stood for, but it's like the theoretical like armor value closest to 0 or something. That's what it stands for. It's an old D&D term to try to get yourself to 0 THACO, so you can be effectively immune to physical damage.
FACO sounds like a FromSoft character in like the 5th DLC for Elden Ring, where they are completely out of ideas.
No, it's a super old D&D thing. It's in Planescape Torment too. They dropped THACO at like 2nd or 3rd edition. It's really old.
Is it THACO or FACO? With
THACO, THACO, THACO.
Okay, that's not. Alex, I'm gonna let you know. That was not a single letter that I thought that was spelled as.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the game that we did was a robot fighting game where they were all out in space, and the idea of it was you were like these like robot mechas scrapped together from deep space mining stuff that was fighting in like real steel tournaments, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was real steel, like robots fighting / like Shaolin showdown, like weird shit that you have to overcome, right?
Okay.
And it was fun. The way that Fate works is you have aspects and then skills. So whenever you do stuff, you roll, I think it's like 2 6-sided dice. And when you do 2 6-sided dice, your average roll is like a 7. Because you can get, a 1 and 6, a 2 and 5, a 3 and 4. Right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
3 different options to get that, which means the average for getting to the middle is pretty, you're going to middle like more often than not, and then you have your bonuses. What you do is you come up with a skill, like it's anything you want, and then you have aspects of a character. So what I did with it was like in the 2 games that we played before we kind of stopped playing, I had these little robot guys, and they were like a bronze, silver, and gold guy, and I would just give them. I'll put in like the Imgur thing. I'll put the photo, like the drawings that I made of all of them. But I played that. It was really fun. It didn't work out. But the reason we were talking about it is that Alex has had an art breakthrough.
Yeah. So, I was talking with Tad about art and stuff out of nowhere. When I was designing a lot of my characters that I posted in the Bards and Artisan Discord, I'm really inspired by the Megaman franchise. I liked that as a kid. And like all of the characters I made were just like, I made those characters as a kid, and I'm just kind of drawing them again as like an adult so they don't look like shit. So they don't look like those doodles that Tad does. So
listen, I want everyone. listen here, chat and chuds. I want you to post, and this is for engagement bait, by the way. I'm pretending to be like engaged in this. I just want that free click. Tell me if my art is good. I'm a big fan of the little fucked up Pikmin guys. I think that was really funny on my part. I came up with 6 names for colors, okay? That's hard.
I am going to, after this fucking podcast, I'm going to actually draw your little guy Drillbit, the little square with legs with the fucking drill goddamn like bow staff.
Motherfuckers.
Drillbit goes hard as fuck.
You don't like gunmetal? Gunmetal and the King were my favorite. Sterling turned out better than I thought he would. Where he's got like the little one-armed jester or what the fuck is that thing? It's like thin and you stab people with it. The knife.
A knife.
a rapier.
I do like the king, just because of the crown is a decoy. The belt is what he really cares about. It's such a stupid fucking idea, and it goes so hard.
Okay, but what about the rings that he punches you with, and they're backwards letters, so it spells King Me? That goes hard, right? I'm funny and creative. Worship me.
Anyway, so
also
anyway.
gunmetal, the little tank guy. If his hat can go up, and he's got a third gun in there. That's all.
Anyway, I was having an art breakthrough where when I was making all these characters, I was kind of inspired by Megaman as a whole. Which, if you don't know, there's a lot of fucking Megaman games, and they all have different like sub-series, like Megaman Classic, X, Battle Network, Legends, and Zero are all they're all in the same franchise, but they're all completely different series, right? Like, they're all completely different, like, vibes and aesthetics and designs. And so my mistake here was like, when I was designing all these TV Man characters as a kid, it was just like, I'm playing these games as I'm growing up. I'm just like, oh, this is cool, I want this, right? Duh, makes sense. As an adult, when I'm drawing them and designing them all as, I'm refining them as an adult, I'm realizing that, oh, wait, I'm an idiot. TV Man himself looks like a Mega Man Classic character, right? He's kind of cartoony, he's got the big head, got the big eyebrows and the eyes and stuff. And he's also inspired by
Mascot.
he even like has a lot of Bomberman in his design and stuff. I mean, he even has like Bomberman's like a little bean body in his belt and shit. When I was just drawing when I was little.
I don't know if that's necessarily from Bomberman, but I think that's because a lot of these are like 80s and 90s, right? So we're pulling from Japanese mascot culture.
Yeah, but then when I'm drawing other characters, like Anthony is literally inspired by fucking El Piso, who's like the bad guy from Mega Man Zero 2, right? Those are both like Mega Man himself and El Piso are both Mega Man characters. They look completely fucking different and from completely different like stories and aesthetics, though, right? So I'm pulling from the franchise and individual series, which is where I was getting kind of screwed up on. So I have taken it back. I'm going to split these characters up now. And I'm going to redraw a bunch of characters to be a little more cartoony and look a little more like, well, to match TV Man himself. And I've already designed a new character who is halfway done being drawn. I'm going to probably finish it up later tonight. I've been just kind of lazy. But I've been drawing like all this crazy shit. And a lot of it's done because I'm a Western artist. I draw for like 2 hours, then I go to fucking bed because I am EP, and then I go back to work. But I've got a bunch of ideas and designs now, and I feel a lot more focused because I realized that, like, I should be focusing entirely on the 90s kind of like aesthetic and vibe. I should really be focusing on these more silly designs, like when I'm making a character like Bomberman's Dr. Ein, right? Where he's got the fucking little Einstein hair, he's got the big fucking glasses, and the glasses, his big like nose and stuff. Like, he looks kind of silly, right? I should be making people like Ein or Egad or someone or like the Bomberman's the Dastardly fucking Bombers. I should make it something bright and colorful and just kind of silly to match with him. Then I can make something
because it's a guy with a fucking TV on his head. He's a superhero. Like it doesn't fit with Mega Man X.
I'm gonna de-superhero him and probably just make him a little more fucking little cyberized, kind of like how Mega Man is. Because okay, so this is a side note. I'm a little sick of superheroes now. I'm a little tired of them. All right, so I can very easily just, because it's inspired by Mega Man anyway, I can just de-superheroize a lot of the shit and just keep rolling with it. I don't have to change a lot, but I'm gonna change his design to look a little different now because I have gotten so fucking tired when I've seen all of these fucking superhero things that my friends are into. Because, okay, I was let me bitch about my so-called friends for a minute here. Like, okay.
I appreciate, Alex, that this is like the fourth Noyz Boyz in a row. You've been like, God, I fucking hate these people I hang out with. They're all a bunch of chuds and chomos.
It's because they're like...
They're chuds and chomos. Yes, I understand.
Yes. Well, no, they're on the chomo side. They're more left leaning. So they're child molesters. I'm a chud. So
okay.
So anyway, they are super into literally every superhero slappa thing in the goddamn world. Every single one of them is playing Marvel fucking Snap, the most boringest card game in the fucking world. Every single one of them is watching like the newest Marvel movie. They for my birthday, because I took off work, aka a couple of days ago as of this recording, they're like, hey Alex, we should watch like a movie for your birthday. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm like, and they give me some options, and it's all just like superhero shit.
Captain Crotch Guard in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah,
X-Man 4.
So they watched the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie. Now listen, that was an okay movie, I guess. It was kind of charming, I guess. It had a little bit of that millennial humor, but like, I'm just like, oh my god, I fucking get it.
Alex, you need to fucking watch 2 movies.
I swear to God,
The Big Lebowski, because you are literally the dude. Your existence is, I just want to exist, and all of your so-called friends do nothing but cause you problems. And also, Son of White Mare. It's a Hungarian animated movie from the 80s that goes fucking hard.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, so anyway, I'm de-superheroizing it because I'm tired of superheroes. They're everywhere. They're overplayed. Both me and a lot of fans are being media, but consumers are experiencing superhero fatigue, superhero burnout. So I'm gonna redesign him. I'm gonna get to that soon, TM. But I've got dogs to take care of and gotchas to play. I'll eventually. I got this thing drawn up. I'll get to it soon. But speaking of Tad's taste in movies, I'm now going to shit on Tad for 1 fucking minute. So let me tell you Chat. Listen, Chat, are you listening? Oh, I dropped something. Chat, are you listening? Okay, listen. Tad has what I call very specific tastes in movies. He hangs out with Joe, who's a big movie guy. So you guys already know he's on the podcast a lot. And he will just be like, "Hey, Alex, I know it's fucking 12 in the middle of the... It's the middle of the night. It's 12 a.m. Hey, have you heard of this fucking 1984 silent black and white Hungarian film starring Italian actor Babagucci? This movie is so Lynchian, you wouldn't get it." And he's just
Alex,
expects me to watch.
The Thief of Baghdad from 1948 is good. You don't get it.
He will send me the most fucking specific shit that I'm not gonna fucking watch because I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about, Tad? It's just like, listen, Tad, I love you, but holy fuck, dude. You listen, there is a game that I recommended Tad. It's called fucking Pathologic. It's an old Ukrainian fucking game that looks like shit, plays like shit, and runs like shit. But it's really, really, really slow, boring, and artsy. It's really up its own ass and pretentious. So I figured he'd love it.
And then you told me of it, and I told you, Alex, it's already in my Steam library.
It's the opening cutscene. For you guys who don't know about Pathologic, it's like a video essayist game. Nobody actually plays it. They watch a video and then buy the movie ticket.
It's a horror game that has a lot of player choice in it that you can do weird stuff.
The opening cutscene is you walking through a theater and it has the 3 playable characters giving this speech with a theater light on them and shit. I'm like, this is so pretentious. This is so Tadcore.
And then actually, did you know there's a secret cheat code you can put in? Because this is how long ago. There's a 4th character, and it's this really tall, bald, old man in a little outfit. And he select him and goes, "You're the guy. I know you." Alex, I love that man so much. He brought me so much joy on the screen. You just don't get it. You just don't get it, Alex. You don't get my tastes. My tastes are better than everyone else on Earth, and I'm tired of having to listen to the lessers.
Hey, Alex, I brought you this cool 1984 Hungarian film filmed in black and white. Woo, yeah, black and white.
Yeah, woo. E minor. Alex, I'm going to beat your ass. Move on.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just thought it was funny.
I will force you to watch this amazing 1980s animated fucking mythological film.
Okay.
It has a drawing of a horse giving birth, and it looks really amazing.
Okay, so
you had to pause for a second. Speaking of reboot,
I had to think because I'm picturing that in my head. I'm like, I'm sure that looks better than what I'm imagining in my head. I'm sure it looks artsy and cool. I'm sure it doesn't look like shit. So speaking of
horse birth, yes.
So speaking of horses giving birth, let me tell you about a little bit of RP because we were talking about this role playing things. Tad's really into role playing because again he's really into really exciting and cool things. He loves Dungeons and Dragons and role playing.
Speaking of, Alex, this is actually really funny. I forgot I was going to mention this. So this is my thing now. I've been doing it since I played New Vegas. I kind of role play a character. Fallout London came out, also known as Fallout 4 has stopped working.exe, right? And the character I made his skin brown. I gave him like a horn and a bunch of shit. And my goal is to uninstall the game when I have smoked 500 cigarettes. That is not a bit. I am keeping track of it in a notepad document. Anyway.
So. As you guys might know my D&D story, I thought that had just last episode where I don't really like to RP that hard because I think it's kind of like dumb.
Yeah, he doesn't get it, chat.
Yeah. I tried role-playing in a WoW server a very long time ago, and like I was mostly just kind of fucking around until they literally put a gun in my head and told me to fucking stop or they'd ban me. So I had to fucking follow the rules and actually had to play. And like I get the idea. It is kind of fun to get into this thing, but like my friend Ryan, who you guys might remember, I brought him to the whorehouse, right? Ryan, he's super into VR chat RP. Not that kind. Not that kind. Okay. But like he was streaming it on his little Twitch for us just to watch and hang out with him. And he's worked his way up in there. He's like a mod there now too. He's a whole ass Discord moderator, a whole ass Redditor. And so I have opinions on that, but I'll say those to myself. So when I was watching him RP, there was this bit, and it felt like when you were trying to show me RuneScape for the first time. I feel like this is how you feel when I show you any of this weeb shit that I'm into, where I'm going off like, oh, this is like super fucking cool. Tad, check this out. You look over my shoulder, it looks like the gayest shit you've ever seen in your life. So he showed me this thing where there's this big event with RPers, and he wasn't in like the clique at the time, so he wasn't like invited, but he was watching the other guy like stream, right? And so it was all of them in like this big church, because it's in the VR chat, they all have like little models. They're all like these little medieval knights of various things. Some of them are like original knights. Some are just like guys in Elite Knight armor from Dark Souls or like Silver Knights. Not everyone's going to spend $300 to buy a custom model to RP in, right? They're going to use to be different characters.
Country RPers make do.
Yeah. One guy's literally like Yorm the fucking giant. But like they're all having like this big battle. And when I was watching this fucking battle, this is the two different types of personalities here, where Ryan's like, look at this shit, look how much fun they're having, this is so fucking cool. I look over at the stream, and they are all like RPing, they're all LARPing, they're LARPing but in VR chat, where they're like going like, whoosh, whoosh, ching, ching, like they're hitting their swords and shit. They're making the noises as they fight. And I'm like, I'm like, dude, this is the gayest shit I've ever fucking seen. This is so gay.
I will defend them a little bit. I will defend them a little bit. It's like, I understand the appeal. LARPing and all that, that is not for me. I had a friend try to loop me into that once, and Aleks, okay. At first I was like, okay, I'll humor him, swinging the sword, whatever. But then he like parried my sword and then hit me and jumped back, and I was like, okay, this is gay now. I'm not going to take this seriously. I told him, I was like, listen, I can't do this, man. I'm sorry. And I went back inside to play RuneScape.
But like fucking so they're LARPing in VR chat, and when I'm watching this, I think it's super gay. There's this point where like they have to evolve the story as they're doing their fight. So the DM says like pause and everyone like freeze frames. Like they're fucking like when you freeze frame you
red light, green light.
Yes, like they don't just like go back and like stand like normal and just wait for their next scene. They literally stop in like a mid like pose, right? There's like laughing. I'm trying not to laugh. I am empathy check. Do not laugh at your friend's interest. Difficult empathy check. But like, fuck, dude, it was so fucking silly to me, and that's kind of when I realized that like VR chat is definitely not for me, because this shit is like super mega ultra gay. And I think I explained to you my run-in with VR chat, where I saw I think I said this to you privately, but I didn't send it into the podcast. But like when Ryan was like trying to get all of us to like check out VR chat and shit and just like hang out with him in there, because he really likes hanging out in VR chat. That's like his thing. It's like his whole personality now. He's just hanging around with fucking gooners all day. And when I was in there, once again, here's where like the differences in our personalities kind of show. We're looking at the same thing, but we have two wildly different interpretations of it. Like we're in just like this random ass hangout world. He's like, look over here. Like he's just like a random like warlock from World of Warcraft, right? Because it's before he had like his custom model. He's a custom model, by the way. And I was a little frog in a little taxi because I thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
So there's already differences on it. He's trying to be something cool. I'm just trying to be something kind of silly. No, wait, I'm sorry. I wasn't the frog in a taxi. I was in a world and I saw someone made a 3D model of Vector Man from the Sega Genesis. And I said,
yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. So he's Warlock from WoW, and I am fucking literally I'm Gwimbly. I am Gwimbly before Gwimbly came out. I am a glup shitto fucking mascot platform character. And I see this. He's like, look over here, there's some people hanging out here, look at the mirror, there's talking over there. And while he's pointing at something, I look to my left instead, and I see this guy who's in his giantest, naked anime girl VR chat model. And I'm like, oh, this is VR chat, huh, Gutsu? Huh, this is what this shit is, huh? And so, I don't know why I was so irritated. I was so fucking mad that day. Just like the guy who made The Looker, where you're just like, I have a headache right now and fuck the watcher. I'm gonna get an entire game because I hate you. I was just so not in the fucking mood when I saw this fucking degenerate in front of me. Now, I'm a gooner, but here's the thing. That's for me, right? I don't go into a public VR chat and let everyone know this isn't my entire personality. This is what I goon to. Look upon me as I goon. I'm fucking Vector Man, dude. And so I kind of snapped at this guy, and I kind of feel bad about it, a couple of years later. I just said, this is you. What did you
say to him, yeah?
I said, oh, this is you, huh? This is all you've ever wanted to be and ever thought of? Just a big naked anime girl? And he kind of felt bad, and he's like, well, you can always just, turn me off if you don't like looking at me. I'm like, man, that's not the fucking point. I was, so fucking mad at him. And I kind of feel bad about it.
What would your father think?
Yeah, I didn't say that, but, because he was just some guy. I had no idea who that guy was. I kind of just snapped at a random stranger for, gooning in public. I saw Diogenes jerking off in the corner. I told him to stop. I was so irritated. And, so when he fucks around in VR chat, he sees it as this fun hangout. When I ever go on VR chat, I see these fucking perverts all fucking over the place. Because it's not him. It's here's some neon fur over there in the mirror. Or some person this, this slutty, toggleable, fucking, big tittied anime girl, right? There's so many fucking many of those. It's
And then all their fursonas, yeah.
Yeah, it's when he sees it, he's seeing these people hanging out. When I see it, I just see these fucking perverts everywhere, dude. I am not a prude, but you do that with, you do that by yourself or over there, man.
Private worlds.
Yeah. Speaking of private worlds, he showed me what a private world looks like. This is more recent. So, once again, our entire different perceptions of how VR chat works. He's here's it's this little cabin, the snowy thing. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cozy. This is kind of nice. He's like, yeah, there's a little place you want to just hang out in RP. And it also has these buttons over here. I'm like, what do these do? He's like, oh, they activate the mirrors. I'm like, why are there 4 mirrors around the bed? And he's like, oh, explain. Here's how this works. So basically, when you're doing VR chat ERP, you have the mirrors all over, so you can watch yourselves fuck and you can jerk off. I'm like, bro, you play this shit?
You ever heard of the toybox killer, Aleks?
No.
It was a guy in a trailer who had several mirrors set up, and he would strap people down and torture the fuck out of them. And he had all those mirrors so that they could not look away from what he was doing to them.
Fucking, oh my god.
It's disgusting. It is very much why did he bring you into this world, Aleks?
I don't remember. No, he's not like that. Don't worry. He was like that. No. Ryan was just showing me random VR chat things, the ups and downs at the time, and he showed me that. Now, this is where he's just showing me he's trying to explain to me what all of what VR chat is, because he's trying to get me to just hang out with him in VR chat. So he's trying to show me literally everything, both the avatar worlds, the hangout worlds, and these other sussy worlds, because he's just he's giving me a tour, right? He's literally going and here's the toybox killer room. Anyway, moving on. But it's
oh, did I ever tell you, Aleks? The last time I was fucking with my VR a lot, I went into the big screen beta world, and that's it's an app where you can just watch shit and people will just stream movies. And there's a button, and I was like, oh, the not safe for work time. Oh, that'd be kind of funny. I turned it on, and dude, there was 900 servers full of gay porn.
That's weird, isn't it? Anyway, I really dislike VR chat. I really do, because it's it gave me a glimpse into the human soul, and I was so fucking disappointed. It's okay, let me explain. I had this kind of thing when I was talking about with WoW RP back in the day. You might remember this. When I played WoW RP, I'm in Prologue, it was a private server. For those, it's a really old episode, so I kind of give you a gist.
Thanar.
Yeah, with Thanar. And for those who are new viewers or might not remember, the whole point was in the Prologue, you had these whole custom rule sets, whole custom settings. It was a whole custom like private server, right? I won't do the whole details, but all you need to know is you could make like custom like towns with buildings and shit. You can make so much custom shit, and you can even like be in whatever you wanted to be. And I was really interested. Yeah, I was really interested in that idea, and so I wanted to try it out and see what people were doing. And when I see what people are doing in these VR, like VR, and this WoW RP, I was really disappointed because like you have the entire world of like Azeroth at your fingertips. You can be whatever you want to be. You can like be in like custom races and shit, and all you want to do is hang out in Darkshire and like ERP. You could do literally anything, and this is the extent of your like dreams and desires. And that's kind of
as far as your imagination and ambition will take you.
Yeah, and that's why I snapped at like that random fucking like Coomer and the Giantess model in the public world. It's the exact same argument I had with all those people in Darkshire. It's just like I get you guys want to jerk off, but you literally have the entire fucking world of Azeroth. Like I was constantly going to different towns. I was a rare one. But anyway, my point is with this VR stuff though. Recently, my work, speaking of VR, has added VR training to our fucking Walmart, which I was really excited to do. I was fucking dreading this.
Aleks, I assume they just sent you like a quest, right?
I can't tell the difference between the headsets, but I assume it was a quest.
Did it have a cable?
No, it was wireless. It was just charged with a little like USB-C.
Then it's probably a quest. Because those are all in one. Everything else requires the Walmart PC to be hooked up.
Yeah, no, it was a little like a wireless one. It had like the Walmart logo on it. It was like a special one. But with this fucking thing, so
while you're talking this, I'm gonna see if I can find the official Walmart VR headsets.
So, as you guys might remember from a long time ago, I am not good in a VR headset. My tummy hurts. My tummy gets real turned upside down when I move around in a VR headset. I really hate VR. And because I'm a cardi, I never do my fucking training. Because we have to do our trainings, our CBLs, they call them, every fucking, like, couple of months, right? Like, every 4 months, we have to learn about how our country sucks, and then people can just shoot up a store at any given time.
So what the fuck did you have to do in your training? Well, was it like, here's what you do with a shooter, and then you like fucking crouch around? What the hell?
Ironically, yes. It was a VR chat training with these models that unironically look straight out of Xavier Renegade Angel.
Aleks, did this thing have a fucking Wii nunchuck?
Yes, it had two. The little VR chat hand things.
So for the audience at home, I googled the Walmart training one, and of course there is an old man named Ed with asset protection who has a pin for being there for 15 years.
Me.
He was sitting in a chair holding a Nintendo Wii nunchuck connected to like a super shitty VR headset. And then there's a guy next to him that's a third of his age covered in tattoos doing the same thing. And they both look listless, bored, and tired.
Literally me.
Tell me about this training.
Okay, so training's advanced. It's we're gonna have to do this every few months again.
Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna guess at what the VR training was. But then you can tell me what it actually was. Okay. So here's what I think the VR training was. You go over to the Walmart training. It goes, shoo, the doors slide open, and it says engaging VR mode, Batman. And then they give you your headset, and they give you your Wii nunchuck. Of course, it's still dirty. They did not wipe it from the last person using it. And then you're in just like an empty room, and you're walking around like stocking shelves. And then all of a sudden, up like the Mr. Walmart Spark AI companion goes, "Watch out! He's got a gun! Go over behind these chairs. This is the exit. Make sure that customers get out before you." So here's your Walmart stamper gun, and you go over and you click, click, click on all the cans of beans. Remember, if you commit suicide, your family won't get your insurance payout with Walmart.
So So you're off to a good start. So it's similar.
To leave the Matrix, did they make you do the Walmart dance? Did you have to do the quote little wiggle? And
no,
quote...
but I really wish I could have recorded it, because there's this one time. Okay, so you have full 360 degree, like you can look around, right? Because you're in a little VR world, right? In your little cuck circle, and. Okay. While the woman, it's like a trainer who's like this black lady, and she's like, hey there, welcome to Walmart. Part of your training is to blah, 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 blah. And while she's talking, I look over to see like the NPC customers walking around, and there was this like fat, bald dude leaning all the way back, fucking walking like his hands at his back like he was a fucking cartoon character. Just full ass like reverse Sasquatch posed, walking through the store, and I lost my fucking shit looking at him. I couldn't tell you what she said because I couldn't take my fucking eyes off him. I wish you could. I will show you like a webcam right now to show you the animation he was doing, because it was fucking no human walks like that. It was
a cyber. Aleks, you failed that part of your training. You were supposed to show potential skinwalkers to your manager, so the Walmart sniper can take them out from the tower. Walmart's. I'm gonna keep it real, Aleks. Walmart's got a lot less safe when they took away the tower.
So speaking of safety, the very first training was about here's what you do against an aggressive customer. So,
and when the inevitable happens and someone tries to kill you at your job.
So the very first one was a low level
full-bladed sorcery. They give you a wand and a knife.
You dude, trust me. Once we get to part 3, you're gonna love it. So with part 1. This random black lady walks up, and she's like, excuse me, I looked in the fucking store, and I was trying to buy, like, an X item, but you only have Y item. What the fuck gives that? I fucking called you, and blah, 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 blah. And you have, like, these 3 dialogue options. And what I'm doing is while she's talking, and I think there was someone in the room with me, because I think I heard someone using the printer. While she's talking, I have the fist held up like a boxing glove, just like, doing, like, little jabs and uppercuts at her while she's talking, just to, like, kill time. Because, like,
were you just in, like, the break room doing VR? Aleks, why were you beating up this woman of color at your workplace?
Because it's part of my training. I have to be able to throw hands when the customers start getting uppity. So, as she's talking, I'm just, like, trying to, like, punch her and, like, slap her and shit. And so she's like, you're like, you have to use like empathy and understand where the customer is coming from. I'm just like, that's crazy. I'm mashing the dialogue, trying to skip it, and just hitting like the one that says the whole, like, it has the whole paragraph, right? It just says the first 2 words were I understand. Whatever, fuck it. It's probably the empathetic one. Pick it. Correct. Like, hey, you got that one right. You listen to the customers and offer them a solution. Very good job. And as she's talking to me, I'm like looking underneath like the cabinet, like because you're behind like the service desk in this like training. I'm like, okay, that's crazy. How much do they texture here? Let's see. You're
looking for the cleaning solution under the sink. You want to hit the Matrix escape.
I'm trying to look for where there aren't textures, just to like kill time and just like fucking around with this. And so I completed that thing of the survey. Nothing too special other than trying to shadowbox this random black lady. Then part 2 happens, and it gets kind of good. This is where it starts getting kind of funny, because then it's like, here's what you do when there's an active fucking shooter. So we're at the self-checkout helping out a customer, and she's like, looks like Bill's having trouble with a customer. And you can look over to the right, and Bill's
having trouble with a customer, pulls out a shotgun.
So here's the thing. You can't hear what they're saying, because it's like kind of like muffled, just like in the distance, right? But they're doing these Xavier Renegade Angel tier animations where they're like really stiff and kind of like stilted. And like Bill is like and the customer is like a great hood. He's like like shaking it, like flailing his arms around, pulls out a fucking gun and starts firing it in the fucking air. You're like, Aleks, oh shit.
Aleks, I already know the answer to this one. But he's a white man, isn't he?
Both Bill and the shooter were white, don't worry.
Okay. Good.
So as the Caucasian male in a gray hoodie starts firing his gun, starts walking in the store, just shooting out the random things.
That sounds like a familiar description of someone I know. I can't come in, I'm on fucking cards. You ask me one more time, I'm gonna shoot the store up.
So She's like, quick, wait, there's a shooter. What do you do in this in an intense situation? And it does a different thing. When the dog shows up, it does like a zhoo, like the time freezes as like your heartbeat goes on. It's like so dramatic. And I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. I picked the first one, which is just run past the shooter and out the door into like the parking lot or some shit. He's like, that's right. You want to get out of the store as fast as possible. Fuck everyone else. And so we get out there, and she's like, okay, but here's the thing about certain situations. You might not be in a position to be able to get out of the door, and you have to hide. Here's what you do in that situation. So we hide. The part 2 of the guy randomly shooting random shit. We have to hide in like the service fucking room, which is like behind the fucking customer service room. It's like a little office where we have with the cash room and shit. We're just hiding in a little office. And how many?
Now Walmart has just a few employees, right? They just got like 10 people there. How many people could fit in this room?
It's just you and her. So we have to. She's like, quick, we have to block it with something. What do we block it with? And there's obviously a file cabinet, but I started picking just random shit to be funny. We block it with the broom, block it with the scissors, block it with the keyboard, block it with you. I'm just like picking random things to be funny. She's like, no. We gotta use the filing cabinet, something big and heavy that will cause resistance when he tries to push the door. And like, now look for a weapon. I fucking get excited. I'm like, oh, please tell
Alex,
me.
This is your moment. You literally have a crowbar. You're gonna Gordon Freeman this shit. You gotta go up through the fucking ducts. You gotta drop on them, and you gotta circle strafe.
I'm like, please tell me I get to fight this guy. I was trained against that black lady earlier. I'm so ready for this. So I grabbed the VR. I keep wanting to say VR chat. I have the little virtual reality pair of scissors. I'm ready to shank the fuck out of this guy.
Bring scissors to a gunfight. All right, cool.
Oh yes, sorry. Let me pull out my fucking M16. We got hiding under the cash office desk, Tad. What else was it? Tad, there was a fire extinguisher, which that fucking bitch stole from me. Then you have a broom. That's not gonna do anything. A keyboard. I can literally take the giant. It was a giant old, like, 98 CRT computer monitor, which, admittedly, that would hurt like hell if I whammed it on the fucking side of his head. Or the scissors. I took the scissors. I could stab him in the eyes. So,
Then you practiced on the black trainer lady, I imagine.
Yeah. So the guy starts banging on the door. He starts shooting through the metal fucking door, apparently. I'm like, yes.
Jesus Christ. That's kind of intense for a Walmart training. Dude, Ed, who's like 95 and working here, he doesn't want to deal with that shit. He's already sitting in a chair during the training. He's not walking.
So I get my scissors.
Let him take me.
I get my scissors ready. I hold up my VR chat thing and do a little come on gesture with the little hand motion. I'm like, this is gonna be so fucking sick. But unfortunately, they don't let you kill the shooter. They don't let me.
He just kills you?
No. He tries to get through the door, and she tells you like to stay away from the door so you don't get hit by like any stray fucking bullets. And then you call the police, which I guess you didn't do fucking earlier, and the cops just beat the living shit out of him and rescue you. I was so fucking disappointed. I wanted to beat him up so bad. I was gonna punch out fight this motherfucker in VR, but it didn't fucking let me. Unfortunately,
I've spent years training with Bald Bull.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is Walmart. They train you how to be a little cowardly cuck instead, and just hide in the corner with a pair of scissors. So then there was the third one. And the third one, I genuinely thought they were trying to fuck with me. So, all of them are like, training number 1, safety, with an enraged customer. Training number 2, training against like a fire, like a gun. Training number 3 was a blank fucking title screen. I load in. I am in a dimly lit Walmart. Nobody is around. I'm in one spotlighted location. It is like this eerie, droning music, and I'm looking around in a circle, and there's like this faded Walmart logo. I'm like, did they just put like a creepypasta version of this game just to fucking troll me? What the fuck is this? Whoa, what is this shit? It was so fucking... My spaces were liminal, alright? It was fucking weird. So... this training was about, like, showing empathy to your fellow customers. Which,
in the abandoned future Walmart.
In the back rooms of Walmart, you need to be kind, because one of your employees might be having a rough day, and you should be kind to them, even on those days. You never know what someone's going through, and blah, 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 blah. And so, this black lady is throwing a fucking fit, who's, like, an employee. She's, like, this black employee. She's, like, throwing a fit to this, like, old lady who's, like, trying to scan her fucking pizza, and she throws this fucking fit, and you have all these dialogue options. You'd be like, listen here, Tina, you fucking bitch, get the fuck back to work. Or, Tina, I understand that things are tough right now. You should be like a little more understanding of the customers. Or, I'm calling the manager on you. So
all three of those are terrible options. You do not talk down to someone when they're having a melty. Because, you know, Alex, if there was someone in a Walmart, if your coworker was like, man, I've had so much of this fucking job, dude, I'm so fucking pissed off. You do not go, actually, you're a fucking idiot and you have bad empathy skills. What you do is you do step back and you go, hey, manager, can you deal with this shooter?
So, there are alternative endings on what can happen to Tina. You can try to calm Tina down. She has a tism fit, like she's my fucking sister, and like crouches in like one of the like aisles of canned foods, just like crying, like with her legs to her fucking like face.
What?
And
that's like Chris Chan at that one convention, the brownie one that he got banned from.
Like you can try to be empathetic, and she just has like an even more melty, or you can call the manager who will just like yell at her and then fucking fire her.
Based?
So the true ending that you needed to unlock with your sick Disco Elysium empathetic skill checks.
You have to make sure you don't kill any of the Walmart customers and that you keep the butterscotch pie. That's very important.
When she was, I explained to her, like, I understand times are tough at home, and I'm doing like all this empathetic shit, and I'm picking the options. I wonder what I looked like to the other guy in the fucking break room at this moment, because while she's talking, I'm like leaned back in this chair, just like, ugh, with my head like
recreating the pose of that guy from earlier, walking around like a backwards Sasquatch.
Yeah, I'm looking around, I'm like, blah blah blah. I'm like putting my hands in the beans. Like I'm just like
just knocking cans over.
I'm just trying to break the simulation as I'm doing. As she's just talking this extended cutscene because I can't speedrun this. But then I find that there's a secret tech, which is if you try to step outside of the boundaries of your little cuck circle, you'll have this glowing purple thing, and it'll start to like skip some of the dialogue. So I quickly just start shoving my hands through the fucking like force field, making these grabbing hands. I'm trying to fucking strangle the fucking person talking, and it eventually skips through the dialogue. And I learned nothing, and I wasted like $1,000 of Walmart's money, and then I went back to work. I hate VR.
Now, Alex, I may be mistaken, but wasn't there okay, for those who don't remember, a couple of Noyz Boyz ago, I was presented with a side quest. The comic book store owner called me and told me that a filthy note was left in my name. And I rejected the call to adventure because one, every time I go to that comic store, I end up spending like $100, and I didn't want to do that. That was a lot of money right now.
Base gotcha game whale.
Two, listen, man, I'm full up on the main quest right now. I'll come back later. So tell me about yours. Tell me about your adventure here, Alex.
All right, so as all of you know, I'm a big 3DS enthusiast. And I bring my 3DS to work to play it during my break times when Arknights isn't having an event right now, and I have some time just to kill.
Yeah, you would never read like a book or anything.
Yeah, this but unironically. Hey, listen, a couple days ago... I
hate my so-called friend Alex so much.
Hey, listen here, Chetty. I bought a pocket sketchbook and I was drawing designs of Dr. August while I was at work the other day, alright? I was doodling designs. I said I'm just playing my 3DS. But anyway, 99% of the time I'm playing either my phone or my 3DS. But rarely I'll get like a street pass. It's kind of rare to get one in 2024. You know, it's a really old system now. It's like fucking 12 years. I think it's gonna be 13 this year actually. It's old. So when I get one, it's kind of funny. I got one. I'm like, oh hey, I got somebody. That's cool. Some guy named T-Master, aka Tim. And so I don't think much of it until I get to my lunch break. And while I'm playing fucking Fire Emblem 4, I see the green light go off again. I'm like, wait a minute. He's in the room with me right now.
Oh my god, they're in the walls.
I'm looking around, and I see that he's just right fucking over there in the break room playing his 3DS. I'm like, well, fuck me. I'm gonna go say hi to him. We start shooting the shit about just the 3DS and shit, because, you know, it's rare you find a fellow 3DS enthusiast, right? So, he starts explaining to me this, like, you know the Mii Plaza, right? When you pass people, you collect their Miis, and you put them in your little, collection, right? So,
yep, from Spot Pass, yeah.
Have you ever played any of those mini games?
Yes, I actually finished the puzzle one, and the RPG one. I did them both because I had a 3DS in my senior and junior year of high school, and it would go off like 5 or 6 times every time.
Yeah, I never really bothered with them much. I didn't really care. But Tim over here, he really likes the Mii Plaza minigames, and he's trying to like complete all of them. He likes them so much, he actually has 4 Nintendo 3DSs that he carries in his fucking jams port to work, so that way they're all street passing each other every 8 hours, so he can constantly collect puzzle pieces for the Mii puzzle swap, as well as have extra Miis for like the RPG or the space game, right?
A space game?
They're the Mii Force or whatever, the little space shooter.
I don't. That was before my time. I didn't even know that one existed.
They added DLC mini games. There's like a bunch.
I didn't
know
know that. Interesting.
Yeah, and so like he's like showing me all his 3DSs, and he's like, "Oh, I see you hacked yours." I'm like, "Oh yeah, did you see my custom message registered custom firmware?" He's like, "Well, yeah. Also, when you show up on my Mii Plaza, it actually says that you're playing your Super Nintendo emulator on there." Which is interesting to me because it shows that those custom icons will still appear on non-hacked systems. I learned something
That's
cool
awesome.
from it. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
It must share the data when you street pass. It must share the image, the title, and whatever else.
Yeah. If you try to access
shout
it,
out, shout out to all the Chads out there like me who set their favorite game on the 3DS Street Pass to the system settings.
Wow, bro, that's so crazy. You are so unique. Oh
yeah,
man,
it was in 2013. Actually.
Any fucking way. He's really excited to see me because he sees that I've hacked my 3DS, right? Because he saw the custom thing. And he's like, "Hey, can you help me with something?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, what's up? You need to help? You want me to help you hack one of your 3DS?" He's like, "Well, no, I don't really know if I want to do that. I kind of like having the 3DSs as they are. But could you help me complete the Mii Plaza puzzle swap minigame?" And I'm like, "How do you want me to do that?" He's like, I want you to kind of like hack in the puzzle, like they're the pink puzzle pieces, which are the rare ones. Could you find a way to hack those and give me like all of those? I was kind of confused at what he wanted exactly, so I went to go GBA temp forums. I was trying to like,
I kept Googling it and it just kept saying like coming up forums saying this was like keyword for gay sex. I don't know. I don't understand. He kept asking for my pink puzzle piece.
So I have never touched puzzle swap in my entire life. In fact, there are like 50 puzzles, like 30 or 50 fucking puzzles. I immediately forgot how many there were. That's how little I've used these minigames, right? And I only had 7 in my thing because I literally never went to the Mii Plaza to download the extra spot pass data in the 10 years I owned a 3DS. That is how little I gave a shit about those minigames. So I tell him like, "Look, man, I was able to hack in like the there's a little like Mii Plaza unlocker app that you can put on your computer. Like, so you take your SD card out, extract the save file for the Mii Plaza Street Pass data, which is like meet.data, put it into this little program, hit the unlock everything button, put it back into your 3DS. There you go. However, I only had 7 puzzles, right? I'm like, well, I can't really help you with that, man. He's like, well, there's got to be a way you can download the Street Pass data, the Spot Pass downloadable data, right? I'm like, I guess there is. Now, I felt bad that I had to basically wait a week to like come back because he only works on my Saturday, right? So I didn't want to wait an entire week to like street pass him again to maybe help him. So I thought I'll come tomorrow on Sunday on my day off just to like hang out with them, get him his puzzle pieces and whatever. And what I ended up doing is trying to find out how to get fucking custom spot pass data into your 3DS was way fucking harder than it fucking needed to be. All right, because I couldn't just like put it in the 3DS and install it. I had to do this loop around fucking thing with like a third fucking app, and then it didn't work. Then I had to go to Reddit and ask for help. I do all these things, but after a bunch of finagling, I was able to finally unlock everything, and I have all like 37 or however many puzzles there are. This number has changed every time I've opened my mouth. I've unlocked all of these puzzle pieces. I was like finally ready. I street pass him and I show him all of this, and he's like, "Fuck yeah, this is awesome." He gets like 20 puzzle pieces on each of his 3DSs from passing me, and whenever I pass him, so let's say like he's got his main 3DS, but I also passed 2, 3, and 4. Now 2, 3, and 4 can still pass with him as well. So every time I pass him, it gets exponentially easier for him to complete the game. So he's like, "All right, if we just street pass each other like every day or whatever, I'll get this done in like a month." I'm like, "Every fucking day, dude, what the fuck?" I'm like, bro, I work full time here, man. He's like, "Oh, that's fine. I'm part time, but I can just come to you on my days off." And so what he starts doing So he starts visiting me at like 1 in the afternoon when I come into work just to street pass me. And we were just hanging out and talking about the 3DS and shit. Every day for the past 2 months, Tad, I have been hanging out with this Tim guy.
Aleks, okay, I want to say something here. Okay, so this motherfucker got you to go out of your own way to research not only how to get the pieces, but how to update it, how to unlock them all. Aleks, do you remember when I needed you to just be ready on the phone and I was gonna like cut my foot open? You're like,
no, listen.
Man,
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Everyone shut the fuck
Warcraft
up. Everyone shut the fuck up. Tad?
Aleks, I can't even get your ass to watch a 1984 Hungarian adult animated film, but you will fucking... You will invent a new fucking category of medicine for this Tim guy. I'm gonna kill you.
The point is that when he said he wanted to visit me every day, I was like, well, I did just do my VR chat training about a guy who might be a potential shooter, so I think I should just do what he wants. So anyway...
So why does he even need it every day? Is there like a compounding bonus? Can't you just work? You work together.
Hang on. Let me explain. Okay. First off, back to the fucking foot thing. Tad, you can't text a motherfucker in the middle of the afternoon and be like, Aleks, I need you in Idaho to call the Illinois police for me. That's not how police work, you fucking retard. They are local. They are local. They are local cops. Hello, Idaho police. My friend in Illinois might maybe be in danger on like Route fucking 40 or something. Could you go all the way to Illinois to save him? Bitch, call your family. Bitch, that is not my problem.
That was... Oh, you know what, Aleks? Listen, man, I know it's 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I know you're literally not doing anything for the rest of the day because you're like 18, like you don't have a job or anything.
Literally
but
can't
also,
help you.
Aleks, like, dude, I got this puzzle piece for the 3DS. You would drop everything, get on your fucking bike, and go 3,000 miles.
That's complete different horseshit because you literally couldn't. I literally couldn't help you.
You'd be like, jet, and you will fly there for me.
Aleks, do the impossible for me because I am a retard. What the fuck? He didn't do the impossible for me. I hate him forever.
Aleks, do you think of someone like okay? Let's say that
I can't call the Idaho police for Illinois. Ask your brothers or your mother or any of your friends to call the police. Or Ted, why don't you call the police? You can text me. You called me. You literally called the phone. You're like, Aleks, I need you to dial 911 for me, even though I literally just dialed your number right now.
Aleks, I had both hands busy and I would not want to get blood all over my phone because then, Aleks, you ever get blood on your phone? I haven't either, but I imagine it's difficult to navigate.
I appreciate you know what you were doing was fucking dumb. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Chat, let's kill Ted with hammers.
I have never made a mistake in my fucking life.
Any fucking way. The reason I was doing this is because one, I already go to the store just to buy like snacks anyway. So like I'm already on my way there. Like I'm already there 5 days out of 7. It's like he comes to me. Like 5 out of those days he came to me, and then on my days off I'm like, well, I need to go get some groceries. So like instead of buying groceries like after like when I'm just leaving for work, I'll just buy them on my day off when I'm less pissy and tired. I'll just go there, grab some fucking shit, and like past him and help him out. But like,
there you go, yeah.
While doing this, there's something interesting about this whole thing. One, every day for 2 months is a little weird because I'm starting to get curious. Like, why are you so into these mini games exactly? Because like I explained to him like when I hacked my 3DS, I put like 2,000 games on it that are like actually video games. Why are you like so into these puzzle games and shit? And like, why do you want like why are you trying to get me, like, he's trying to, like show them off to me and, like, get me into them. I was like, look, that's cool and all, but, like, I'd rather just play Fire Emblem right now. And he was, for whatever weird reason, really adamant against hacking one of his 4 3DSs that he has in his fucking jams port. And I'm like, it's not hard. He has, like a what do they call it? Like a Game Shark or a Game Genie or whatever. He has, like, an action replay. He has an action replay for his DS. So he's not against tinkering with his systems and like fucking glitching them and shit, right? So I don't know why he was so like adamantly against just homebrewing one of them to have all of his shit. Because I also just asked him like, yo, about a month in, I'm a little tired of showing up on every one of my fucking days off to come say hi to Tim and give him puzzle pieces, right? The Aleks in me starts to awaken. So I'm like,
how old
Tim?
is this guy?
I'm like, Tim, why don't you just hack your 3DS and give yourself all the puzzle pieces? Because I can literally show you how to do it and give you the data that I downloaded off of the Internet Archive to do so. He's like, and that's basically what he sounded like to me. But he just like he just wouldn't. He gave me this little whiny excuse of why he's like so adamantly against like doing it for like his main 3DS. I'm like, okay, I understand that. What about the other three? And just because like there's not really much of an excuse because he has four. He can like even if he fucks one up, he's got four. Who cares?
He's got $1,000 in 3DS on his person.
Yeah, like
how old is he, Alex?
He's like 26.
Is this guy like 19?
He's like 26 actually. He's just a little younger than me.
Okay, Alex. So I don't know if you've heard of this before, but it's called autism.
Well, I mean, he's a gamer. All of us gamers are a little tismo.
No,
he probably is.
He seems like he's kind of a cool dude, but Alex, okay, this is gonna be another throwback. Do you remember when you lived near me back when we first met, when we were like 14?
Yeah.
And I would go over to your house and we would play Smash Bros. And we would play Phoenix Wright and shit, right? And then my phone would just go off constantly. Right? Do you remember that?
Yes, I vaguely do.
This is your version of that. What that was for me was there was someone I knew his sister. And I went over there, and I was too dumb at the time to realize that she was trying to like hit on me because I just assumed I'm like, I don't know why she's doing that. That's weird. Like the idea that could have been a thing wasn't possible to high school Tad. But her brother, I was like the only person he knew that was into video games and like not super weird, right? Oh, so this dude would message me literally every single day. He's like, hey, do you want to hang out? Want to hang out? And I would tell him like, dude, I am an hour away here. Like, I can't. No, I'm not going to hang out. And he would keep doing it. So there's a subset of people that they're not bad people, but like they do not have very much social exposure. And so they finally find someone who is like into their thing that they really like, and they go overboard on like wanting to hang out. Like that's the reason why. Like I think he was. I don't think like the obvious joke. People would be like, "Oh, dude, he's gay. He's trying to touch your penis." But like, no. That's not a realistic thing. That's just being mean, right? This dude is just like, I found someone who's into this, and he probably doesn't have a lot of like 3DS friends. Right?
Yeah.
I'm saying it in a nice way.
No, I completely understand, and that's why I was hanging out with him too, because like I don't have a lot of people out here who have the 3DS, so like I'm just like like
you would hang out at like Walmart, right? Like you never went to his house, and he never went to your house.
Yeah, we have to because unfortunately our days off are on a weird time. Like when he's off work, I'm working, and when I'm off work, he's working. We couldn't do that anyway. Though he showed me his setup through he's texted me like pictures of his setup. Dude, he's got a sick ass fucking setup at home. I'm a little fucking jelly. I'm not gonna lie. His parents still pay for a lot of the shit in his house, so he's got a lot of money to burn on some cool shit.
Alex, I don't know. You can get the rich friend. You can get the rich friend when you're in your fucking 30s, dude. It's gonna be awesome. Alex is 30, by the way. His birthday was a couple days ago.
I am 30 years old. Picture of old man from Megaman. So. There's a thing that happened about a month into this when I'm at work.
Drama?
Not drama, but more of this thing where I kind of turned into you for a bit. So he went to their with his parents to like shop and just get some stuff, right? And he passing me by while he's there, and so he introduces me to his parents because his parents are happy that he's finally found a new friend out here in Idaho. And I was like, oh, this is getting kind of fucking sad now. I don't like this.
Oh, no.
Because, like, he doesn't have a lot of... He's told me he just doesn't have a lot of friends out here. So I started to feel, like, really bad for him. And that's kind of why I was doing this a lot, because I kind of felt bad for him, Tad.
Okay,
when he brings in the parents, because his parents are shocked that he has a friend, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hang out with this guy some more.
Alex, that is the second time that's happened to you. Because remember way the fuck back when I was in the fucking Mario Bros. Z fan forums, the parents there didn't believe that I had a friend either.
Yeah, I know.
But you'll do it for him. Unbelievable. I guess this is going to be the Alex and Tim podcast.
I can't believe Alex wouldn't go out of his way to argue with a 14-year-old mod on VGCats.com with me. This is unreasonable. Anyway,
continue with your story.
So to finish this off, because a lot of it was just like us hanging out. I did a really nice thing for him too, because there's Red Viper, the Virtual Boy emulator. That is a perfectly kick-ass emulator with 3D effects for the 3DS. I'm like,
that has more games than a PS5.
Unironically, it does. For like one lunch break, I was just too tired to play video games. I'm like, hey, Tim, you want something cool? I'm just like, what? I love the Virtual Boy, and I give it to him. He's like, holy shit, dude. So you got to play like Virtual Boy games for like the entire lunch break for like the first time. I did like a nice thing for him, right? Yeah, he loved that. But like, after all of this was done, after like 2 months of every single day, guys, I'm telling you, every day of meeting up with Tim, after all of this was said and done, he's like, you know what, Alex? I finally got it all done. He like holds his 3DS. He shows me everything. I'm like, yeah, dude, we fucking did it. Yeah, good job. You got the whole thing 100%, and you got it legit too, because I just hacked in like 100% like data. And he's like, and you know what, Alex? I want to give you something special for helping me out. And he reaches into his backpack. I'm like, am I gonna get a reward for my side quest? So let me get these gifts, because I have them right here. Give me 1 second to move over.
Plural?
Oh.
See, like I was saying earlier, while he's getting those ready, I rejected the quest. These should be my presents I'm about to get.
So he reaches into his fucking little knapsack, and what he pulls out were the three most unrelated pieces of like vendor trash I've ever seen.
Alex, I am enthralled right now. I need to know what this is.
He's like, here you go, Alex. Reaches in, hands me a copy of Wii Fit for the Wii. Which you are probably thinking, what? And then he's like, oh, but that's not all. Reaches into his pack, his magical bag of tricks, pulls out his old used pair of Joy-Cons that have a little drift. So he says, if I like to tinker with things, I can try to fix them, and they're all mine. So I just have an extra pair of old Joy-Cons.
Okay.
And he's like, and one last thing. He reaches into his pack again and pulls out a mini AV to HDMI converter and says, here you go, and just gives it to me. And I don't know why he gave me these really odd and random gifts.
What? Well, had you mentioned that you wanted to have a retro Wii hookup that you needed like a converter for?
No.
Or did he just go, I've got these I'm very confused.
I mentioned that I have these old systems, but I specifically said that my TV has AV ports on the back of them. Because my little TV is, like, I got this back when the Wii U was new, right? This is like kind of an older TV. So it still has those ports. So I didn't need this. In fact, I have a converter anyway, because I set one up for streaming shit. So it's like...
So this one is it's an HDMI, like, plug-in, and then it goes into the red, white, yellow. Or is it the opposite?
So you plug in the AV things into an HDMI cord to the TV. Okay. And so you can play older systems on newer TVs, even though it has latency issues. And he gave me those things, and I'm like, cool? Because they're the most random fucking gifts ever. And I mean, I like it. It's nice. Like I'm happy that he like gave me something that was really cute. But what the fuck is Wii Fit for?
It's Wii Fit for the Wii, not the Wii U, which you have.
So like, I thought it was really, really, really funny to get.
Wait, Alex, have you opened that box for the Wii Fit?
Yeah, it's just Wii Fit in there. Why? What's up?
Okay, I thought that maybe he had something in there, like it was a different thing. Like how I'll give people a present, like back when people actually got CDs, I would get like a DVD copy of Magic Mike, and I'll take the disc out and put something else in it and give it as a gift, right?
Tim literally hits me with the, here, I got this little miniature version of me. I want you to have it. That was literally, that bit with Alan in the box was how I felt. Was just like, here, Alex, I got you something special. I want you to have it. Hands me a copy of Wii Fit for the Wii. I don't really want this. But, like, I took it, and now I just got this copy of Wii Fit. But, I completed my side quest, and I still hang out with him sometimes. Like, I gave him, because he's, like, really into this stuff like I am. He's a big gamer like me. I actually gave him my old my e-reader because I don't need it anymore. I can just hack in e-reader stuff. So I just gave it to him, and he liked it. I also gave him my old copy of Punch Out for the NES because he has a NES and I don't. And I got
that's awesome, actually.
Yeah, I had that for $5 at the thrift store. I'm like, well, I literally can't play it, and if I ever get an old NES, I'm gonna just get an EverDrive, right? So I'm like, here, Tim, you'll make more use out of this than me, and he's really appreciative of that. So like we've been giving each other some stuff. So like
giving each other gifts back and forth.
Pretty much, but it's like this whole little adventure was like, I thought it was really cute. I thought it was like. At first, I was like, this is cool, this is weird, this is sad, but honestly, he's kind of a cool dude. He's obviously a little bit of like a shut-in nerd, right? Like just like me. He's a little more awkward, but like, I do like effectively hanging out with this guy and just like sharing some video game stuff with him because like where I got your stupid ass to schizo at every fucking 5 minutes, I'm a little fucking tissue troubled, or I'm taking a fat League of Legends at work. But like, I can tell Tim doesn't have a lot of like people, right? So I kind of just like hanging out with this guy and just giving him weird stuff. Even if he does give me really weird things, like little miniature versions of himself that he wants me to have.
Aleks, I think I know what it is.
What's that?
I think what happened is you solved this quest out of order. Because think about it. You already got into the retro and 3DS and all that stuff, and then you found this guy. You were supposed to start this quest a year ago when you were first thinking about getting back on the retro shit, because you got a weird retro game, a converter for the TV, and the other thing I already forgot.
The Joy-Cons that have a little drift on the left stick that he wanted to fix.
So, I'm going to tell you this too, Aleks. That energy of just giving you 3 random things around the house... when I was really little, and I was like, oh, cool, I found this really nice necklace. I'm going to wrap this up and give it as a gift to my mom. And young me didn't realize, it was literally her necklace. I just stole it and gave it to her when I found it 6 years later.
Yeah. He's a nice guy, and you could have had the same gift, Ted. You could have had Wii Fit for the fucking Nintendo Wii. Oh, I should mention, he did not give me the balance board. He does not have a balance board. He lost his a long time ago. So I have
just garbage he gave you.
I should really mention that part.
Well, that was your adventure with a younger person. I had another adventure with a younger person. Hold on, let me rephrase that. Okay.
Oh yeah, Uncle Dane. Uncle Dane.
I'm not Uncle Dane. I am not Chris Tyrese, Mr. Beast's friend. I am not. Fuck, dude. There's a lot of YouTubers. As soon as you get that silver play button, I think that's like an NSA spy chip, and it turns you into a fucking bed.
Uh-oh, Ted. I think Turkey Tom's gonna make a video on you now. Ted's been hanging on with minors on his Discord.
We'll get back to Turkey Tom and this Nick Nobody piece of shit. But I have to talk about my new favorite YouTuber, okay? He is the Hustler Kid, okay? Aleks, his YouTube name is the number 4, FREEEEE.
For free?
Yeah, it's for free. That's what that spells.
Okay.
So what I did was I was like, oh, I wanted to hang out in my I have my office or my desk in the office now, and the dog usually hangs out in the living room. I'm gonna put something on, the TV for the dog or whatever, and so I was gonna Chromecast like YouTube gaming or whatever, just something. I went to Roblox; it was the most popular one, and I see this channel. I'm like, what is this free Roblox channel with 5,000 users? And I go in there, and it is a 10-year-old kid streaming his, computer window. Not, Roblox, it's just his computer window, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what he is, he's going, hey, guys, you got to sign up to this thing. You got to go on there and put all your info in. And once you do it, man, you can get all the free Roblox. And what he was doing is he was just showing himself, using Roblox and sending, a bunch of Robux. And he was saying, he's like, yeah, you just got to send it this way. And by the way, for people saying I'm sending it to my alt accounts, I'm not doing that. I got a manager. I got to stop real soon. It's not a scam, man. It's so real. And then my favorite fucking one, right, was he pretended to send someone a thing, right? And then he goes, oh, but man, you didn't do all the steps. You didn't post money in the chat. Okay, this is the most genius fucking child I've ever seen, Aleks. Okay?
Yeah?
Everything he was doing there is like huge for advertising stuff. The entire time everything he did was a call to action for you to do something, to like the video and spam like in the chat keeps it at the very, very top of YouTube gaming, dude. He was like, he was talking about his manager and how he had to stop, so now there's a time limit. Oh, you just saw someone get it sent, but he didn't do all the steps? Well, I better make sure I do all of those steps, Aleks. And the most two devious things about it, right? So one, in YouTube, when you go to type into the chat, if you're doing it on mobile, the button to chat is right next to the button to donate. If you open up the donate one, Aleks, on YouTube, it says support for free.
Oh.
Little kids are going to be confused by that, right?
You're telling me this kid thought of this fucking shit on his own, bro? What the fuck?
Like, he kept talking about his manager, and I'm like, that's got to be his older brother, right? Like, it's got to be, like, some kid in, like, fucking Guatemala. And so then I go to his profile, and it's just full of, like, weird YouTube shorts that are like, plus like this video for Jesus. Down like it if you don't want to. And, like, a bunch of emojis. And he would have, and this is where I was like, oh, this is something special, dude. So he had a bunch of community posts. You could do that on YouTube, right? Like, you could basically just put a little blog post, you could attach a video, you can have a poll. So what this fucking channel was doing, and I'm sure this is the older brother, the dad, that understands he could sell this data. So he had all of these polls. They'd be like, what's your favorite color? Boop, boop, boop. Where do you live? Boop, boop, boop. How much money do your parents make? Boop, 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 boop. What's your favorite Roblox video game? Right?
Yeah.
And they were sneaking it in there. It's like, how old are you? 0 to 5, 6 to whatever, right? And kids would go through there and just do it because they're like filling out fun little survey things. Also, I'm going to read to you the video tags of his live stream.
Okay, he streams.
Red leather, yellow leather. Robux, Roblox, Robux free. Free Robux live. Robux, free Robux giveaway. Free Robux giveaway live in Robux. Free Robux 2024. Free Robux 2023. Free Robux 2024. Again. How to get Robux for free. Robux, now how to get free Robux. Robux, dude, this kid's SEO is on point. His channel is still up, by the way, but his videos keep getting taken down. I don't know why. But yeah, that kid's gonna, his dad or his brother, or maybe it's him, are like, they got that shit unlocked, because you know that they have like 7 channels doing the same thing.
God, I hate the internet so fucking much, dude.
Have you heard about the banana game on Steam? I think we're pretty late on this.
Yeah. This is old news. Even Critical talked about this shit, and he's like the normie guy.
From what I understand, it was basically, it's like a free game that has a Steam Market thing and theoretical bananas that are worth things. It's like, I imagine it's like an idler game, and you get bananas, and then you can sell them on the marketplace. I don't know why.
Imagine Cookie Clicker, but you could sell the cookies to people on the Steam Marketplace.
Well, how doesn't it like completely fill your Steam inventory then? How many fucking bananas do you get?
I don't know. I didn't fucking play it, but it got really popular. It got really popular because everyone's like, I know, I'm gonna get a legendary banana and sell it for like $5 because the game's free, right? However, like, it's obviously just a scam because the fucking every time you sell a banana, he's getting like a penny, right? He literally had to program in nothing, right? He made a Cookie Clicker clone that every time you go to the Steam Marketplace, he gets 1 penny. That's a lot of fucking pennies, dude. That adds up.
I don't know how Valve hasn't cracked down on that.
They get a penny. Why would they?
I imagine the cost of each transaction is more than a penny. But then again, maybe it's not. If it's not, then fucking Steam might just let it ride because they're like, this is an interesting new game. Let's let it sit there, I guess. But then again, no, hold on, because they wouldn't allow the crypto scam games on Steam.
I don't know.
So I don't know what the fuck. That's weird.
It is super weird, but also another thing that was very obvious about how much of a scam it was. Those legendary like super bananas that can drop that you can sell for like $10 whole. He's the only one who ever got those bananas. So I'm just saying, Tad, if he were to drum up fake hype over these bananas, and then just program himself, the creator, to have those bananas and then sell them for $10 extra. What's actually stopping him from doing that?
Aleks, it's not a crypto scam, okay? It's a banana scam. Speaking of scams, okay, so I want to talk about this video. I spent 10 minutes before we recorded. Like I said earlier, 10 minutes of recording, 15 minutes of getting all the slurs out before we actually record.
Yeah. We're professionals
and
here.
In that, I remembered this really fucking annoying video. Okay, so I had never heard of this guy before. I'm not like in the stream every Sunday they do like stuff. They hang out the miscreants. They talk about lolcows and other things, right?
Yeah.
I'm not super duper into lolcows, but like I've kind of seen stuff in that sphere. So this video came up about some furry guy named Nate Dogg. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm up for one of the literary classics, a fursona trying to groom kids on Discord. That sounds right. So I watched the video, and what it is this guy is a PNG tuber, but he's like sexy. He's got like tattoos, and he's got like ripped, but he has like tousled up hair. He looks like Lyle from Oni Plays, which if you've ever seen those, Oni Plays, everyone in there is like a fucked up little homunculus, but then there's this one guy who's tall and muscular, and he's got tribal tattoos, and it looks insecure as fuck. So I watched this video, and I'm like waiting for, okay, what did Nate Dogg do, right? And then he brings up, oh, he was actually in my server playing Uno when he had a meltdown. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of funny. Yeah, it's kind of funny. That's weird that there's like this kind of coincidence. And I keep watching, and nothing's fucking happening. And I'm like, why is he spending so much time saying this person's a piece of shit? There it is. So what it was is this guy got for talking, like he had like a furry Discord server, and he wasn't trying to fuck kids himself, but there was children in the server and like doing ERP shit. And the guy was treating it as if he was out there trying to molest. And I'm like, why is this happening? Oh, it's because he's making a huge deal out of this to cover his own ass, because this fucking furry pedo was in his server at one point. And he's so afraid of people turning and destroying him for it.
Oh, interesting.
I could not believe how lame that felt. He didn't do anything worthy of a 28-minute long video. You were just afraid of people attacking you.
So I've seen some of these little drama videos. I got a lot of time at work to just listen to shit. So I've listened to some of these in the past, but I was watching, I watched a handful of people, but the one who really like broke me was this guy named Turkey Tom. He's kind of popular. Everyone knows who he is. And he made one video on a TF2 YouTuber named Zetsi Jesus. Now, kind of like how you were like, what the fuck is going on? But it's a literal nothing. He's talking about how Zetsi does all these horrible things. And I'm looking at these horrible things. Like in 2018, he called someone a tranny. That was 6 years ago. He said one word no one liked, no one cared a shit about back then. Then he started to really, really scrape the bottom of the fucking barrel. He called him fat phobic. I'm like, oh, this is all fake. This is all, Turkey Tom's a fucking child molester. Turkey Tom touches kids. He would not scrape the bottom of the barrel this hard against a literal nothing burger as a guy shit talking in a video game 6 years ago if he wasn't hiding some shit. I have absolutely no evidence of this, but I have suspicions that Turkey Tom diddles kids. I do not trust Turkey Tom.
So what you're saying, you have nothing to confirm it, but you know for a fact he's a pedophile. He's the Uncle Dane of Team Fortress 2.
Yes.
Uncle Dane of YouTube.
Yes, because it's just like when you're making this big of a stink over literally nothing, right? Again, dig it up. Fat phobia. Really? That's your hour-long drama video? Really? Yeah, no. You got the whole Tomb of the Giants in your closet, don't you, buddy? I don't trust you at all. All your video did was make me never watch your videos again and cast so much suspicion and doubt upon you. I don't even know this guy. I'm like I don't know, but I just you could feel it, right? You get this horrible negative vibe when someone is trying so hard to be so virtuous, especially in nowadays when more and more people keep back to back getting outed when they're all virtue signaling. They're all just a bunch of weird creeps and shit. I'm just saying, Tom, give me the same vibes, bro. I don't like that. So like I know exactly how you feel because like all of these fucking drama videos are all like the most nothing things ever. And then there's that one guy. It was like what was it? I Snipe Shadows or something who did a video on Wendigoon. I sent you that video, but he actually took it down because of all the flack he got. So if you didn't know, he sounds a lot like me right now actually, where he's just like, listen. His Snipe is like, this Wendigoon guy, look how he fucking smiles and shit. Yeah, I bet he touches kids and shit. So he made this video.
The difference between us saying it and this guy saying it is that we are both actually correct.
No,
there's literally no difference between what we're doing when we call Uncle Dane and Turkey Tom who touches kids pedophiles.
No, the reason
this is legally libel, Alex.
We're doing it because we think it's kind of, we're a little ironic, because they're just like, oh, Uncle Dane has a server I don't like in Team Fortress 2. Yeah, child molester. Like, we're obviously doing it as a gaffe. Same with this guy. Like, oh, he made a YouTube video about that I didn't agree with. Yeah, he touches kids. Like, we're obviously doing it because we think it's kind of funny. We clearly don't mean it. Lawyers, we clearly don't mean it. When Snipe Shadows was actually trying to like throw Wendigoon under the bus because he is religious, which means he is conservative leaning, which means he is a bad guy and must die. Everyone just turned on him and just kind of like got rid of him out of the internet because he was just making shit up. So it's just like these drama videos are all bullshit. They're all fake. They're all gay. They are all a lot of them too. If I can get a little serious for a moment, a lot of them are just scraping off info from the kiwi farms and turning them into fucking videos. If you didn't know that. Like,
so I noticed this about making content on the internet. Okay, so it took me a while, but I got like the next big, somewhat accurate history on like the Doc Brinkley guy, the Goat Clan doctor. And what I realized when I was doing the research for that, I would listen to like other podcast episodes on him, or I would check out like a video, and they would always cover like the same kind of info. And then when I got to one of my sources, I realized, oh, they were literally just following beat for beat, just summarizing, a whole page of this book into a sentence. And I'm like, that's why they were all the exact same. Most people just do that. And people don't seem to really mind that much. Like, people seem to be very okay with getting surface level content that just repeats what they saw elsewhere.
Well, if you're in case like me, I'm just listening to shit while I'm at work. I don't really care that much, as long as it's something to keep me busy, you know?
I think that's how most people kind of consume this stuff. So it's just odd. I think that's why like these drama tubers are like this, where they'll just make these disposable ass videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another example of a disposable video. Do you think anyone has ever gone back to watch a Penguin Zero video? No, they haven't.
No,
Do you think anyone has ever gone outside of like the ones that are like classics or something really funny happens in them? No one has ever gone back and like, bro, I want to watch that unnamed episode, that unnamed Minecraft stream that PewDiePie did in 2020 when he got back to it. I'm going to go rewatch that video again. Like, no one does. There's nothing there. They're like, flavor of the moment. Here's your update on like some drama or something nonsense that will keep you busy while you're doing your dishes.
So like us?
No, because I make sure every single podcast episode that comes out is good enough to stand on its own. To be something that you could be like, I do remember that. That's why in every episode I always have like the talking points. What I'll do is when I listen through, when I edit the episode, I'll put down like the highlights of like the big moments of the episode. So that if someone is ever searching on like YouTube for like, let me tell you about, and then putting in the Space Monkey, even if the episode isn't called Space Monkey, it'll be in there. And they're like, yeah, it's that one. I go for quality over quantity. That's why there's only like 250 let me tell you about episodes or something like that over the course of fucking 8 years, right?
Well, also
or 6 years.
We're just waging. We're busy. We don't record that often.
No, it was 8 years. We also only have 2 days that we can even record on, so it's rough.
Well, I don't know. See, the thing is that chat, I want you to come here with me, chat. I want you to type in your favorite episode of the podcast and what you remember about it to make Tad happy. Because I tend to forget what we do almost immediately. I tend to forget about it.
Aleks sees that I put out like an hour and a half long, well edited like Who Killed Castro game show and goes, yeah, sounds gay.
I gotta hang out with Tim, B.
Oh, by the way, YouTube threw a fucking pizza party for me. So YouTube has like a high five partner program.
A high five
and
partner
it's
program.
hey guys, I've made over $10,000 off of your video, Tad. Here's a single free Domino's pizza, delivery not included.
Bro, that's fuck you, dude. Even Walmart threw me a little birthday party for my fucking birthday.
Oh my, it's great. It's great. I feel so fucking welcomed. There is one good thing that YouTube's done recently. I actually just discovered this a couple days ago. You can look at clips that people made of your videos, and it's like in a big list. I can see where people would like clip out, like, let me tell you about funny moments that had me dying laughing.
Oh, really?
And I think that's a good feature because you can clip something and then it makes it into its own little YouTube short, and you can share it like that. So like some of the people were cutting out like funny bits from the show, and I was like, that's awesome. And I was just going through and listening to them all.
Well, that's pretty cute.
A lot of them are from the serial killers episode of the Joe, where he's just like, yeah. And it was like one where he was talking about Christian. I'm like, what do you think's in his future? He's like, oh yeah, less rape? No, more. He called that shot. Ooh. Speaking of me and Joe, so this was about a month ago now, but I'm a big fan of Channel 5 on YouTube. He's an investigative journalist guy. He started All Gas No Breaks, I think it was called, and he was just interviewing like weirdos. And then that got stolen out from under him. The rights did. So he left, made his own thing. He got canceled for being kind of a little creeper. Came back, and no one gave a shit because his content is so good. I went there and he had a movie. He was making a movie about this guy that he kept seeing at like Trump rallies, who was convinced that one of the local one of his local like lawyers had stolen his house from him.
Okay.
And the movie was just like trying to figure out like what the fuck is he talking about? Is this true? Like investigating things, finding evidence that points towards that being true, and then going. It was really good. But me and Joe went to Chicago to see it. I just want everyone at home to realize this is what it's like to drive with Joseph Robinette Buckley in the car. He told me nonstop. And this is wanted because this is great. This is why I love hanging out with Joe. He told me all about Baby Andy and King Cobra and was showing me clips from like fucking Ron and Fez and all of these radio comedies from like the 2000s and shit the whole time. And we were talking about like, okay, what do you think's gonna happen?
Sharing this shit runs with the family, huh?
Yeah. Joe's the one that got me into like Chris Chan and Gothic King Cobra and all that. King Cobra is amazing. I watched a YouTube documentary about this random guy that was a small-time YouTuber that was like this weird like gothic cowboy who loved snakes. And it was just like insight into him when he was 19. And I would watch that like 3 times because it just had this crazy vibe to it. But me and Joe were up there in Chicago, and I told Joe, I'm like, Joe, we're going to go to Chicago. I want you to show me your anti-mugging technique. And this is just off the cuff. I just say this while we're driving in traffic. And he says, all right, I go. All right, Joe, here, we're going to role play. All right, I got a knife. I'm going to stab it. Give me your money. And he says, just like that, he says, don't come near me. I have AIDS and I will bite you. If you're going to mug someone, you're not going to get AIDS over $50. You gotta out crazy him. Another funny thing that happened, we were stuck in traffic, and Joe was just talking about how like when people get old, they start doing crazy shit. Then all of a sudden, without missing a beat, he goes, "Oh, there's one right now," and he points forward. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And I see a truck that stopped, and both doors opened. An old man gets out and starts sprinting across the highway. And then pisses into a sewer grate. And Joe, I look back, and Joe was already recording with his cell phone. Joe is quick on that shit. When we went to go see Evangelion, he turned his phone on and put it on like silent, and then had it recording because he was like, "I got to be ready because we're watching a super nerd anime movie, and there's a good chance these people are gonna start acting up." Doing something crazy. Joe is on that grind to find wackos all the time. It's great. But anyway, that was me and Joe's trip up to Chicago. I got a photo with Andrew Callahan, and it was cool. It was a good time. It's a good movie.
So you mentioned lolcows earlier. So I've listened to the iconic Maddie podcast. Who the fuck is texting me when I'm recording? I was listening to the iconic Maddie podcast, right? And what I thought was interesting is he has like this whole segment based on fucking lolcows and stuff, right? And
Maddie is he's one of your like alt-right boyfriends on YouTube, right?
no, well, he's not on YouTube, but also no.
Is he on Rumble?
No, he's on like Kick, I think.
Did you know Kick is like only used for gambling, politics, and fucking RuneScape?
Well, that sounds like Jersh. So Josh Knoll, aka Jersh, is the guy who runs Kiwi Farms. He's that guy. He's Mr. Kiwi. He's John Kiwi himself. And he runs this podcast called Mad at the Internet, aka Maddie. And when he's doing Mad at the Internet, he'll just be getting mad at the internet about random ass fucking shit. Usually some peoples of gender, random ass news stories, and then he'll have an entire like 2 hours to bitch about and shit on lol cows. And I am going to throw up my empathy check. I don't care for the lol cow segment very much, even though that is like literally what Maddie is about. I do not care about like Christian or Christian adjacent people because I kind of just feel bad because you're all just kind of picking on the retarded kids. There's like this point where I'm like, okay guys, they're like retards, like lay off of them.
Yeah, there's a this weird thing to like the lolcow stuff. So I love Gothic King Cobra because I would be friends with Josh Saunders, okay? But you know what I did in my fucking Miitopia game on my 3DS? It was me and Josh. He was my first party member, and we were fighting Chris Chan. He's just a weirdo, like, displaced Midwest goth cowboy. And something about him, like, I like lolcow stuff because I want them to be better. Like, Chris, at this point, I don't really care what happens to Chris. He fucked his mother. Like, Chris is... The obvious thing that's going to happen to Chris is someone's going to keep trying to milk him for money, and then he will be out on the streets and homeless until, like, he eventually just dies and loses internet and no one cares anymore. Like, he just hops between weens, like, in their house as a couch surfing.
Yeah.
But Cobes I care about, because I want King Cobra to get better. It's kind of like so, okay, you know mukbangs, right?
Unfortunately.
If you're like on a diet, people will watch these mukbangs as they're like, I would do literally anything to be able to stuff my fat fucking face with 7 boxes of KFC. But they can't do that because they're a real normal person. But this cartoon man on the internet does it, and I can watch.
That's kind of like actually why Tyler 1 is so popular. Nobody would want to play with Tyler 1 on their team in voice chat. But everyone wants to watch Tyler 1 play with the team on voice chat. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Yeah.
The thing is, okay, look, some lolcows are actually bad people. I know, I understand, I know, I've listened to enough Maddie to know that. But it's just like, this part of me that's just like, it's almost like a more schizo version of Turkey Tom. Like, yeah, cool, I get it. He's a big dumb retard. That's cool. That's crazy. Well, Tom, anything interesting? Or are you gonna waste 2 hours of my time on this? Where it's just like, look at this fucking chat. Look at this big fucking retard. He's a big fucking. His house is dirty. He has no int. He has low IQ. He's posting these videos on the internet, and we on the Kiwi Farms making fun of them. Chat, do you see that? Thanks for the thanks for like the $10 worth of Bitcoin. Chat, look at this fucking retard. Chat, look at this fucking.
God,
retard,
he would do Bitcoin
chat.
too.
But like guys, and any Maddie viewers, that's all it is. All he does is just point and say, look. He goes, look, ma, a midget. Look, chat, a retard. Thanks for the $10.
I forgot about that. I will regret that to the day I die. I was old enough to know better than to point and shout at a midget.
It's funny though. But like, point is like that's all it is though. Like that Turkey Tom's doing it. Like, look, guys, a bigot. Maddie is just, look, guys, a retard. Like, it's such dog shit. It's such awful fucking content. I only listened to like an hour of his bit just to see like
if it's going anywhere.
Well, no, I want to hear the like schizo Kiwi Farms interpretations of like news events, because like Tad, you listen to you told me you listen to the Daily Show and like the Daily Bread Market or whatever. Right?
Okay, hold on a second. You say listen as in active. That is not true. I listened to one Daily Show, which is the unironic Nazi podcast. The only current news one that I actually pay attention to is the China Show. And that's it. That's just because they just talk about things that are happening in China and show their really bad propaganda. And it's funny.
Well, I know you're a big fan of the Stormfront newsletter. So
okay, now that is true, yes.
But what I was going to say is, just like how you're listening to, the Daily Showa, the Daily Stormfront, and like the Daily Commune Breadline, you're listening to oh, some guy got shot in West Mississippi. What is
and then
with
checking
the
different sources? Yeah,
yeah. Like what's the commies' take on this, and what's the fucking fascist take on this? Right?
I'm living Disco Elysium, which is getting other viewpoints on my ideologies. I saw Furiosa. Furiosa is like the prequel to the Mad Max thing, right?
Oh, you mean woke goy slop humiliation ritual?
Yes. So I genuinely thought, based on the trailer, I didn't know anything else about the movie. I didn't know the names to go with any of the faces. I thought they replaced Furiosa with a black actress because in the trailer, her skin was really brown. In the movie, it's because she was covered in dirt. But I genuinely was like, okay, whatever. It doesn't. I guess that's fine. It doesn't really matter. They made her black. Like, it took me 15 minutes of seeing the movie to realize that she wasn't just in like really bright lighting. I'm not proud of that. I also saw Midside Out too. It's kind of like $12 wasted. You remember the first one, Alex? Inside Out? Did you ever see that one? The Pixar movie?
I did, but I'm like, why did you go to the movie theater to see like a children's movie?
So the first one was interesting. It was kind of fun. It's about emotions. Oh, that's kind of cool.
About emotions?
And then because there's literally nothing in the theaters, I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's go. And it was the exact same movie, but it's made like $1 billion. And I'm more disappointed in the movie industry than I think I ever have been.
What do you mean ever have been? Where have you been for the past decade, Chud?
Like, I think this was the straw that broke the camel's back, because I watched it, I'm like, okay, this was a fine movie. It was just basically like someone made a fan fiction of the first movie and they added more emotions. Okay, that's kind of interesting, whatever. It's the exact same story beats, everything's the exact same. And then I go home and it's like, this is the best-selling animated movie ever. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, this is how starved we are for movies, huh? This movie that was fine is like considered like, it's like Barbie, where Barbie was considered like the God King, better than the Godfather, suck your dick, powerful. And it's like, it's fine. It's kind of a fun movie, I guess. There is a based movie out though. It's like, I didn't even know about this. It's like a fucking 3-hour long movie called Horizon. And it is a 4-part movie series about the Wild West. It was actually really good. I was shocked. Here's how you make a good movie, Alex. So you take a camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now pay attention, because this is really fucking difficult for them to figure out. So then you point it at an actor who's wearing a costume that's not like green. And you have him outside. That's all you have to do to make your movie not look like dog shit. That's all you have to do for me to be like, I'm willing to go see this. It was like 5 different stories about like people on the fucking Wild West frontier, like trying to establish homesteads, and then not sugarcoating it as in like Native Americans come down from the mountains and slaughter the children. Like they don't do like a chief safety is like actually good and awesome, and it's actually bad that they were trying to exterminate them. It does not sugarcoat it, and I'm like, that's very interesting for a modern movie.
They don't try to lie and say it was bad to exterminate them. Tad 2024.
You know what I mean? Like at the time, it's like literally the tribes are attacking. Like that's going to happen. You're expanding onto territory. That's happened for ever since we had the ability to not like have to chase buffalo. It's not that like, obviously genocide is bad, right? As a modern person in a modern world, it's bad to want to kill all of like a race of people. Like that's bad. That's pretty bad. But back in the 1800s, sensibilities were completely different. And to pretend that it was different is I think a bad, like disrespectful to the people who died and went through that kind of shit. It's good. It's good stuff. That's what movies used to be, Alex. They used to be like interesting stories.
Yeah, well, now you can get more of your lefty dogma propaganda won't go stop humiliation rituals.
Dude, that's so epic. Did I tell you I'm going to be a lawyer?
I love that fucking picture so much. But please, please tell me about this whole lawyer thing. What do you mean you're going to be a lawyer? Don't you have to go to school to be a lawyer?
Okay, so this will be the last topic, right? Because we're getting in on 2 hours. So I went and got an oil change somewhere, and then they fucked up my car. My bad for not changing my own oil, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I have to pay for this shit. Okay, cool. I'm gonna submit a claim because the problem was someone had unscrewed the housing of my air filter, and then put it back wrong so that it was shifted by a couple inches and not getting like clean airflow, which broke something in the car. Obviously, that can only happen if someone takes off fucking 6 screws, right? That's not going to happen when you're normally driving. Or there would be clear evidence of that with like your fucking housing broken or something, right? So I go to the place and I'm like, hey, I need to submit like a claim. You know, I was here on this day and this started happening. I need you guys to compensate me for this. And it has been 2 months of doing this shit. So here's the story, Aleks. And this is why I'm going to become a lawyer. I went through their claim service and they say, we have a video of the repair and no one touches your air filter. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Can I see the video? And they say no. And I'm like, okay. So I go to like the in-person location and the lady tells me, she's like, yeah, we didn't touch, we didn't take any of that out. But I did have someone unscrewing this thing and taking it out, but they put it right back. And I'm like, so they did do it. And she's like, yeah, but we put it back. I'm like, okay, cool. That's awesome. That's all I needed to hear. Can I see that video? No. Alrighty then. So I realized pretty quickly, if they have a video of this, it's impossible for them to claim that it didn't happen, right? Because myself, the manager there, and one of the people I talked to on the phone who did watch it were all like, yeah, no, they use a tool and they take your stuff out here. What I think is happening and why they keep refusing to because it's $400. It's not that much money. I sent my legal assistant, Joe Buckley, on the prowl, and he found like 7 or 8 incidents at this one place where they didn't put the cap on the oil, so the car drives out, all the oil drains out, and within 15 seconds the engine's running dry and the entire car is totaled.
How the fuck do you fuck that up?
By being the dumbest people on earth. So they have a history of shit like this. Putting fucking the blinker the blinker fluid. Putting that's one for us caries, us car heads, us Lightning McQueens.
Us Lightning McGroomers.
Exactly. Lightning McGroomer? It was a 2013 Impala, you sick fuck. No,
she said she was 18. Yeah, a lot of 18-year-olds in the 7th grade. See you in fucking court, shit ass.
This location has had so many that the insurance costs for this one are sky fucking high. And if there's another one, they're probably going to, if not close the place down, fire the manager and get a new one in, right?
Uh-huh.
So she is refusing to do anything, and they've got a whole history of this. So it's a fucking real-ass trial. I've had to get evidence, dude. I've had to talk to witnesses and get written statements. This is how much of a pain in the ass it is to go to small claims court, and every company on earth knows this. But what this company doesn't know, Aleks, is I have a podcast. You think I'm gonna... I missed my side quest before, Aleks. This is the main quest for me. I have to do it. Because, one, it's gonna be really fucking funny if I could bring Joe Buckley in as a witness on the fucking courtroom.
Yeah, if it even goes to the courtroom, though. I mean, most likely they're gonna settle for something.
Well, if they wanted to settle, I've been fucking trying for 2 months. So here's what's gonna probably happen here. So they could just fucking pay me out my $400, right? And then I'm like, good, that's fine, that's perfect. You had video evidence, thank you. And then I drop everything there because at that point I have no reason to go to court. If they refuse, probably what's gonna happen. By the way, I'm gonna set the court date on the manager's day off at 6 a.m. on the other side of the county. So I'm gonna do that, and then most likely what's gonna happen is they aren't gonna show up, and the judge will do a summary judgment. And I'll just win the case right then and there. If they try and fight it, they're going to have to present evidence that I'm lying. And the only evidence they have is a video that shows that I'm correct. So they won't do that. But what they're then going to do is I am in charge of collecting that money. So what these companies do is they get away. I'm in that weird middle ground with this. If it was a $50 claim, they would pay me out. It's not worth their time trying to deal with it. If it was a $10,000 claim, they would pay it out. They know they're fucked. But $400? We're going to roll the dice and assume that this person is just going to give up. Because this is a pain in the ass. And it cost me $110 to file this shit. So I'm going to have to pay more money into this, right?
Yeah.
But I've been talking with like lawyers, like actual ass lawyers, and getting advice. And I'm going to take it to court and it's going to be really funny. I don't know if I'll be able to talk about it on the podcast until it's all wrapped up and done.
No, you will not be able to, because when I was on jury duty, I wasn't able to talk about it until after the case was over, and that was just being on jury duty. There ain't no way your ass, who's directly involved with the suit, is going to be able to say anything.
So I'm going to put it out here now that I am going to do it, and if it's resolved, I'll let everyone know what it is. But it's going to be really funny, because I still have the same jacket from the trial of Joseph Robert Buckley, when I was playing as the lawyer Tad, and the kimono from the last episode. Aleks doesn't know anything about what I'm saying because he doesn't watch anything I make.
It's true. I will put it on to like give you a view and give you like a like.
Bully Aleks into listening to or watching the fucking Google reviews episode so that I could do one with him so he understands the format. But anyway, that's it. Aleks bad and stinky. Tad good and based actually.
I have never done anything wrong in my entire life. Everything I've said is completely factual, based entirely off of vibes, and vibes are the only way to live.
You know what else you can live with, Aleks?
I didn't know you were asking for me an actual answer. What?
You just weren't listening. Okay.
No,
that's
I was
fine.
listening.
That's
I assumed you were just going to say, you know what else you can do? You can follow the podcast here on Google Podcasts, YouTube Play, and whatever. I thought you were going to just lead into it.
And iTunes and Spotify and that's your voice, Aleks. That's you. That's how you sound.
Ooh, I'm Ted.
You look like that and you sound like that.
Ooh, I'm Ted. I'm going to court.
Patreon.com. There's a t-shirt store that's still in the description. You can get a badass skeleton tank top like me. That's what I'm currently wearing. And don't you want to be like me? I'm your parasocial best friend, Tad Becker. You love me. Next episode, I'm gonna do the Brinkley one. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be heckin' epic Reno. I had more stuff to talk about today, but that's always the case with Noyz Boyz. We do like 2 topics that take an hour. We never get to the rest of it.
Hey man, 2 hours is good ass content for like the 4 topics we had.
Hell yeah. All right. Good night, everyone, and have a good day.